I thought I would take a moment and show this little case I found at Walmart. I believe is where I found it, maybe Bass Pro Shops, and how well it seems to hold all my 1 1/4 inch eyepieces and supplies. Stick around and we'll go through it more in depth here in just a second. Like I said in the intro, I've got all 1 1/4 inch eyepieces. I don't have any 2 inch. Recently purchased these SVBony red lines, a little bit wider angle than your standard Plossls, and they seem to be pretty good quality. I like them. I also purchased this diagonal that is a 99% reflectivity diagonal. I think it's a dielectric and not a prism, and it seems to work very well also. Looks like from what you see here, I've just about gone all SVBony stuff. I've got a 3X Barlow, which I hardly ever use, but I've got it. You never know when I get into planetary. There may be conditions well enough for looking at Jupiter with a 3X. Here's a 2X SVBony as well. This is very handy. This is just a standard 40mm Plossl. It's an SVBony as well. And the only non-SVBony that I have in here is this Telescope Warehouse 32mm. I think it was only like 15 or 20 bucks, and you know, it works okay. I think I might upgrade eventually and get something a little better. Notice you don't see any with green markings on them. Eventually I might venture into the more higher end stuff, but for now this is going to work for now, let's put it that way. So that's a 6mm, a 9mm, a 20mm, and a 15mm. And again, the SVBony red lines are pretty decent little eyepieces for the price. I bought the kit, I think it was like 110 bucks for all 4 of those. And I think this diagonal I've paid about 70 bucks for. But as you can see from this case, I've got it organized so that I've got, also, let's take a look at this. This is a illuminated reticle crosshair eyepiece for when I want to do some alignment. I've got filters in this one. I've got actually 2 different moon filters. One's an original Mead. It's maybe a little bit darker than the Neewer, 13%. So I've got my choice of how bright that moon is. I can choose between the 2 of them. And then I've got a UHC filter in there as well. There you go, you can see it. And then over here I've got some old Mead. There's a number 12 and a number 23. I think one's red and the other might be yellow. And then in this one, these little cases I picked up today, actually, they almost a perfect fit for it. In here is a number 58 and a number 80A, and I'm thinking that's a blue and a green. So had to slightly modify to get this to fit. I had to kind of cut that area out so that it would close over the top of it. And of course the set screw that holds your eyepiece in, it sticks up at an angle, so I have to pull it off, so I just threaded it into the foam. But nice little compact case. It keeps everything safe, snaps together. Same on this end, get it latched over, and fits nicely in my carrying case for my 10 inch, which I do take to star parties and public viewing events, and it just fits right there nicely in the top. So someday I'll do a review of this. It's a Craftsman box. I'll do a review of how I pack my 10 inch Mead in there, and of course the Skywatcher Wave 150i mount is in its own little case, And because that 10-inch is so heavy, the original counterweights that came with the Skywatcher were not quite heavy enough. And a friend had this 11-pound counterweight laying around, and he said I could have it. So between the two of them, it balances that 10-inch on there just fine. So again, we'll talk about this one in another video. We'll go through all of the things in here and how I put this together. It's a very nice little case. Thanks for watching.